I can't believe I'm doing this right now. God, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is insane. What am I doing? If you're watching this video, then you're most likely already familiar with PSA. For those of you who don't know, PSA, or Professional Sports Authenticators, is the top company that most collectors use when it comes to getting your trading cards authenticated and graded. So PSA uses a 1 through 10 grading scale, with cards being graded a 10, the better condition cards, the mint condition cards, and cards being graded a 1, 2, or 3 are usually in very poor condition. They're damaged, they're creased, they've got gunk on them, dirt. They're not great condition cards. So 10s are good, 1s are bad. So pretty straightforward, right? Grading scale 1 through 10, we've done this since elementary school. Super straightforward. The 10s should be worth more money than the 1s, right? Straightforward, not so fast. So I'm going to use one of the most iconic cards of all time, this base set unlimited Charizard. Everybody's seen this. If you haven't seen it, you've been under a rock. I don't know what you're doing. This came out in 1999. Even your grandma, who doesn't know anything about cards, has seen this picture before. This is an iconic Pokemon card, period. I'm going to use this Charizard to highlight a strange phenomenon when it comes to graded Pokemon cards, and why things may not always be as they seem when it comes to the 1 through 10 scale. So let's jump into it. So let's start at the top. Here we have a PSA 10 that recently sold for $9,100. That's a lot of money. $9,100, nothing to sneeze at. So that is the cream of the crop, the top condition card, PSA 10. It's gem mint. Goes for $9,100. Regardless of what you think, if that's too much or too little, that's where we're starting at. $9,100 for the best condition card. So moving on to a 9 that sold for $990. This is something that's it's not what we're here to talk about today, but it's something that's common as well. The PSA 10 premium usually sells for quite a few multiples higher than the PSA 9. That's just how it is. If you haven't been here long, that's just the situation. So PSA 9 goes for $990. Moving on to a PSA 8, clocking in at $475. So PSA 8 at $475, down to a PSA 7 at $305. PSA 6 for $247, PSA 5 for $190, a 4 for $145, a 3 for $137, a 2 for $122, and finally we get to a 1 for $200. No, that can't be right. So let's try that again. Let's find a different sale, and we've got a 1 for $215. What? Okay, that's more than the 2. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, those must have been anomalies. Those must have been fake sales, shilled. May not be organic auctions that we can't trust. So let's find another one just to make sure we're on the right track here. So we've got a PSA 1 for $251. What's going on? This is a completely insane phenomenon. Something that when I first heard about it, didn't totally make sense to me. How could a worse condition card be going for more money than theoretically a better condition card? This $251 is more than a recent sale that was for a PSA 6, which is supposed to be 5-6 times better than the PSA 1. It's supposed to, PSA 6s aren't perfect, but they're supposed to be many degrees higher than a PSA 1. So what am I going to do with this information? Am I just going to sweep it under the rug and chalk it up to being just a weird anomaly that doesn't make any sense and it's going to go away in time? Am I just going to laugh about it and make a funny video? Haha, 1s are more expensive, that's stupid. No. I'm going to do what any sane person with a brain would do, and I am going to purposefully damage this Charizard right here that is probably in a PSA 2 to 5 range. It's not in great condition, but it's not 1 worthy. So what we're going to do, I'm going to purposefully damage this card, make it a PSA 1 so I can make my card more valuable. Makes sense? The only logical thing to do, right? Let's go. So here we are. Here we've got the base set unlimited Charizard. This is the most iconic card in the Pokemon hobby, in my opinion. If you grew up in 1999, you were on the playground, you were a kid during that time like I was, this is the card that you wanted to pull to become king of the playground, be the cool kid in the class. Everybody was shooting for this. This has so many nostalgic memories, and I actually never pulled one as a kid. So this is the first copy that I've ever owned, and guess what we're gonna do? I'm gonna destroy it. And this is actually insane. I can't believe that I'm doing this right now. This is like sacrilegious, blasphemous, whatever you want to call it. I feel super weird doing this, but I'm having fun making a funny YouTube video. I'm at a loss for words. Like I now that I've got this in my hands and I'm getting ready to like mangle it so I can, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm doing this. So I bought this card for $114.90. So going through those numbers that we just went through. So if I were to grade this, let's see, let's look at the condition together, and you can tell me if I'm insane for doing this. If you think it would get higher than, I don't know, PSA 6, which I don't think it'll get, but let's look at it together. So starting with the front actually looks pretty clean. If you catch it in the wrong angle, you can see a little bit of a dent right here. Got it highlighted in the light right there. So right off the bat, we know this is not a mint condition or a near mint card just because of a crease like that. Typically, any minor dent, for those of you who don't know, get an automatic 6 or below from PSA. This is more of a pronounced dent. So if we just had that, all things considered, and everything else was completely pristine besides that dent, we're probably looking at a 5 or a 4 in my opinion, just because of the pronounced nature of that dent. But let's take a look at the holofoil. Holofoil actually does not have, it's got some scratching. I don't know if it's coming through in there. There we go, right between the wings. You see some scratching there. Not super completely trashed. There is a little bit of a dot here, right? That is not supposed to be there, right by my left thumb, that little black dot. I don't know if that's a missing part of the holofoil. We've got some silvering on the left side there, but like overall, we've got a little black speck right here at the bottom, little piece of dirt or whatever. We looked through that together in depth, and we, you know, I was able to highlight quickly some things that are wrong with it. But if I just held this right here and just held it up, and you just had a quick look at it, the eye appeal actually is pretty good at this with this card. The centering is nice. You can't notice major blemishes right off the bat. This would be a good binder copy in my opinion for somebody who's trying to collect on a budget. 114 bucks. I thought that is a pretty good deal. Let's take a look at the back. So the back, right away, we notice some whitening on the back. It's actually not horrendous. I've seen many worse cards. We obviously got some wear on the corners and the edges, but overall, it's not, in my opinion, a terribly horrible condition card. Again, we can see the little crease at the top there, but in my opinion, as it stands right now, this is not PSA 1 worthy. Got a little crease situation going on here as well. I actually didn't notice that. I bet this would get a 2, a 3, maybe a 4, depending on the grader. For the purposes of this video, like, I think it's a fun experiment. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it afterwards. I bought it with the intention to flip and to make this video and just to have fun, like doing this case study. So my intentions are to sell this. So if that is the case and I'm going to sell it, why would I grade it as is? Sell it for, I'm looking over at the side here at the prices, 137 for a 3, 145 for a 4, a 2's going for 122 when I could damage it on purpose, which I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, but if I sold it as a 1, 215, 200, 251, those are 2 relatively recent sales. Why would I not? It makes no sense. If the goal is to flip this and to make a profit, regardless of whether that you think that makes me like not a true participant in the hobby or whatever, I don't care. Why are you watching this video if that's the case? If my goal is to make a little profit, why wouldn't I ensure that it gets a PSA 1? So we're going to do it. So what is the best? I've been thinking about this a little bit. What's the best way to ensure that this gets a 1? Should I just fold it in half? Should I fold it like hot dog style, hamburger style, like they used to say in elementary school? Should I just fold it straight down the middle, vertically, horizontally? Should I do multiple folds? Should I like crease just a corner? Like what? And also at the same time, like, I can't believe I'm even thinking about this, but like, if you've got it, you get the 1, no matter how you fold it or crease it up, like, do you want to crease it up too much to make it to where it's in the slab, like it looks totally mangled? And like, are there better ones or worse ones? Or do people, these insane individuals who are buying these ones for higher premiums, are they looking at it and going, that's a good one, like, that's, you know, better than the other one, 5 creases, I want one with 4. Like, I don't know how to fold this. Like, I don't think I'm gonna like scrape anything off of it. I don't want to do that. I'm leaning towards just like folding it in half, which is like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Like, this is so I've got like my camera set up, the microphone, like I'm sitting in, like I've gotten this far, like I have to fold this in half now, but I'm actually having some like trepidation and I'm feeling super weird about it. This feels like blasphemous and this is insane that I'm So what are we gonna do? I'm just gonna make a decision on the fly. I don't want to fold it like through Charizard's body, so I'm gonna try to fold it. I think I'm gonna fold it like this direction and try to get the big crease below the holofoil. Oh God, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. 9-year-old Mertz Collectibles on the playground in 1999 would be ashamed of what I'm doing right now. This is so stupid. I'm like at a loss for words that I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So here we go. So we're gonna fold. We're gonna fold this. Am I actually gonna fold this card in half? What am I doing? We're folding it. We're folding it. Yep. Definitely folding it in half. Oh, yep. Definitely point of no return. Get a nice, here, we're gonna get a nice fold there. And we're just gonna fold it all the way. And this is like, I think we got a good fold. So, let's open it back up. See what we got there. Okay, we got a nice straight fold. This is so stupid. Look at the back. Got a nice fold there. I think we executed that flawlessly. Didn't mess up the holofoil at all. And we got a nice fold. Do we think this is one worthy? I think this is a PSA 1 now. We're just a straight fold. Look at this. Yep. I can't believe. Should I send it in the card saver like this? Here. Is this gonna fit in there like this? What if I just send it to PSA like this? Do you think they would grade it or just reject it because they're on their high horse and they're like, this is not a joke, this is serious, like I'm a serious grader. Here. There we go. I'm gonna send it like that. What did I just do? This is this is blasphemous. Sacrilegious. I'm disgusted with myself. We're just gonna lay that right there. Wow. I can't believe that I just did that. So, unbelievable. We're gonna go full screen here. So if you made it this far, you're crazy. I'm crazy. Why are you subscribed to this channel? I'm an insane person, purposely destroying like over $100 Pokemon cards to try to make more money. What is wrong with me? Thank you for watching part 1. This is part 1 of this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna submit this to PSA. Gonna get this graded. We hope. We're shooting for the 1. We're not shooting for a 10. We're shooting for a PSA 1. Gonna get this graded. In part 2, I'm gonna reveal the grade. So before I film part 2, I'm gonna sell it, and then I will, whatever price that gets. Hopefully, it's for more. In the 200 to 250 range, like we saw those most recent sales. I'm going to bring a full circle. We'll make a part 2. We'll wrap it up, and we'll look at all the numbers and see if I'm an absolute idiot. I know I'm definitely an idiot, but we'll see how big of an idiot I am for doing what I just did, and we'll see if I can make money. This is so stupid. This is the dumbest video on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in part 2.